Fishermen caught a 1,000-year-old giant clam in the sea, and everyone happily shouted, "We've struck it rich." Little did they know that this thing is actually very dangerous, because its shell is as hard as a sawtooth. As soon as it touches a person, it will close tightly, eventually crushing the person to death. Therefore, locals call it the man-eating clam. The giant clam in front of us seems to have existed for thousands of years, and it must contain some incredible treasures inside. However, prying open the shell of a 1,000-year-old giant clam is definitely not an easy task. Fortunately, Uncle Ming has a wealth of experience. He took out some sacrificial items and performed an ancient ritual over the clamshell. Then, he used a crescent moon-shaped knife to trace along the shell of the giant clam. A miraculous thing happened. As the knife passed over the seam of the shell, the previously tightly closed clam mouth opened on its own. However, at this moment, you still can't just reach your hand inside. If you don't use a jack to hold the clamshell open, the giant clam will directly clamp down on anything that tries to invade. With the continuous pressure from the jack, the clamshell couldn't withstand it, and finally, the shell was opened. Unexpectedly, there was indeed a glowing treasure inside. Uncle Ming was extremely happy when he saw this. After speaking, Uncle Ming directly picked up a small dagger and very carefully cut open the giant clam's membrane, unexpectedly revealing a mermaid with a pearl in its mouth. It turns out that this giant clam had been absorbing the spiritual energy of heaven and earth for 1,000 years, and finally managed to nurture this precious pearl.